Right, hello. It's Tuesday night. It's pretty late. It's like 7 p.m. I'm just ducking out here to quickly do this in my couple of hours off from mum. I'm going to do overhead presses. Just get the workout routine up. Hopefully the dead cat's making a difference in terms of the breathing or the wind noises. Oh, I'm pretty wrecked. Those squats yesterday did me in. All right, so I have 5 by 20, 5 by 25, 3 by 30, 5 by 35, 3 by 40, and 1 plus by 45. Pretty heavy lifts. And then I've got supplemental lifts at 30%, 10 by 15 by 5. All right, get to it. Put some music on and do it. Back in a minute. 5 by 20. I've already done the upper body workout, warm up. So if you want to watch that, go back and watch the upper body simple 6. Five by 25. Second warm-up set. Three by 30. Last warm-up set. If you, I don't know if you like this angle better than on the side. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Let me know in the comments if you like the side one or the more of a back one. First of the working sets. This is 5 by 35. Second working set, 3 by 40. It's getting heavy. All right. Just finding a song. Man, I have way too much Trivium on this playlist. Even though Trivium's good and all, it's just Holy shit. Alright. 1 plus for 45. My goal is to hit 3. But, I mean, if I only get it up once, then I get up once. But my goal is to hit 3. We'll see how we go, eh? So it's 1 plus for 45. Oh. Alright, there's the 3. Alright, so we have 5 sets of 10 at 15. I'm just going to belt them out. Run out of time, as always. I want to talk about a comment someone made as well in a minute, after I do these. To be dying to consume, the drug in me is you. Three to go. Oh. Two to go. 2 to go, Sarge. Sarge stopped to look at me from chewing his bone. One more. All right. I just wanted to touch on a comment that someone made. I'll get the headphones out of my ears. Someone made a comment. It was a nice comment and everything. It wasn't bad or anything. Like I'm actually getting very, very minimal amounts of negative comments, which is great. But they were saying things like, like listen to David Goggins, and knuckle down and, push past all the feelings that you're getting of doubt and of why you're doing things and all of that stuff, which is true. But I've been through this before in terms of like trying to get myself motivated and trying to get myself past all those things. And I think everybody has those feelings, and the reason why I'm expressing them in the videos is because I don't want people to feel like watching these really attractive or very, their bodies are fantastic already, they've already achieved these things, they've already overcome these things. I don't really want to portray that. I want to portray what's real. I don't want to have this groomed image of myself. So when I have the feelings of doubt or why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, and or when I get down on myself, I want to express those because I think that they're natural feelings that everybody feels when they're trying to do something more than what they currently are. And that goes for everybody. But I think social media in general, including YouTube, but social media in general paints this rosy picture of life that, if you just eat, broccoli, rice and chicken and you work out, you'll look like, you'll have washboard abs and all of this stuff. It takes they take the guesswork out of it because you think, and then you fall for it, and then you think, oh well, I just do these things, and then you get let down because the reality is it doesn't work that way, and the reality hits you when you actually try and do it, and then it doesn't work, and then you get disheartened, and then you go back to being a chud, because I've been through these cycles of like, I'll follow a social influencer, I'll follow this person, I'll follow a bodybuilder, and the reality is that most people don't have the time to do that. Most of these fitness influencers, they dedicate their whole life to it. That's their job, is going to the gym and doing these things and eating right. And a lot of them hire people to cook for them. They hire people to coach them. They hire people to do all of these things to take the mental burden off you doing it. And if you were to follow what they do, most normal people wouldn't be able to do that, plus do normal life and job and all of the things that people have going on in their busy lives. Most people have 2 or 3 jobs. They've got a side hustle and they've got a main job, or they're learning to try and get ahead in life. They don't have the money or the resources to do the things that they do, as in terms of hiring chefs or buying, catering companies or any of that stuff. I don't want to portray any of that. I think it's all false and it's all crap. also a lot of them are on drugs. Not all of them, but a lot of them are on some form of testosterone or I mean, the newest thing is peptides and all of this stuff. It's just all crap. And they're trying to sell you something. I'll never try and sell you something on this channel. I'm not even going to take sponsors. Obviously now I'm not getting approached, but if the channel ever gets any kind of success, I'm sure that there will be people that come to me, and I'm not going to take any sponsors unless they align with what I'm doing anyway. And I wouldn't try and sell anybody anything. I'd just be like, okay, well, if you want to give me a free thing and I'll just use it, okay. But at the moment, all of the stuff that I have in this gym, in the corner of the shed, you can see that it's a shed behind me. It's all been accumulated over the last 5 years or so off Marketplace or off, Gumtree, which is like a buy, swap and sell type of, secondhand place, and anybody can put together a pretty basic gym with secondhand gym equipment. Plates are plates for the rest of their life. You could bury a plate and it still would be good in 10 years if you really wanted to weight lift with it, So it's just like, I don't know. People like David Goggins or people like, what's the other guy's name? There's some, I guess they call them motivational speakers. Like their story is entertaining, or it's enlightening. I went through X struggle, and at the other end of it, everybody goes, "Oh wow, you went through so much struggle." And then fame comes after that. But that fame part, he talks about staying hard and continuing to keep your edge and all of this stuff, which is probably true when he was in the military. This is David Goggins. But now he makes his living by traveling the world telling people what to do what he did. I don't think he has the edge anymore. He's not pushing the envelope in terms of marathon running. He's not doing any of that stuff. He's just cashing in on, which is the sad state of affairs that a lot of people go through, is they go through the hardship and then they get paid to tell people how to get through that hardship or how to keep going. And I think at the time, it's probably good advice to just say, just keep going, stick to the plan, and just don't doubt yourself and just keep going. But I don't think it's a good long-term solution, because all you're doing is grabbing all of the things that are wrong and you're just burying them underneath work. And I know so many people that are just absolutely full of mental problems, but they're well-achieved people. They have a good job, they have all of this stuff, but they have a good job, it pays well, they're relatively fit and they've got families and they've got all this stuff going on, but they're hiding a lot of the mental problems that they have and the struggles that they have. They either offload it to their partners and then that creates a bad relationship with their partners, or they hide it behind keeping busy. And I just don't think that that's a good approach to feeling good in life, because as soon as you get any time off or any time to think about life, all of these problems come in. And a lot of those people struggle to sleep because they bury all this stuff down, and then when they're trying to sleep, it all starts coming back up again and out again. And I just don't think that it's healthy. I've tried to do that. I've tried to just, put my nose down, my butt up, and work through things and just keep busy and just keep doing things. And I have overwhelmingly negative feelings about all kinds of things, and the idea that you just don't think about it, just fill your head with positive thoughts. That idea is like, it's kind of useless. It's useless for a lot of people that they don't have any control over what they're thinking about, because of the situation that they've conditioned themselves to be in over the last however long, you know. So look for inspiration in these people, but don't think it'll 100% work for you. I guess that's the advice that I would give. You can always look to people for inspiration to get you through a sticky spot, but the idea that you can just emulate everything about their life, it won't work, because they're dedicating their whole life to doing the pursuit that they're doing. I dedicate my whole life to looking after my mother, not gym. If you told me to choose between the two things, you know, working out and my fitness goals, I would choose my mum every single time. So, and if I asked one of those influencers, the fitness influencers, would you choose working out or something else, like a loved one or something like that, I think they probably would choose the fitness. Or I think they probably have sacrificed a lot of their family, a lot of their a lot of their relationships, a lot of their friendships, a lot of all of that stuff that takes a lot of time to procure. I think they probably would have sacrificed a lot of those things in the pursuit of their fitness goals. I could be wrong. Someone might be a super person and get it all done and do it all, but the idea that you've got more than 24 hours we all have 24 hours in a day, and we choose what we dedicate our time to. And for example, my father, he's not a family man. And I don't think anybody around him could say that he is a family man. He doesn't care more about his family than he cares about his work. He dedicates a lot more time, a lot more mental capacity, a lot more energy into making sure that he is productive at work or making money over his family. Now, if you asked him, he would say, "Oh no, that's bullshit. You know, I care about my family and I care about everything as much as my work or whatever." And I just the proof's in the pudding in terms of, like, you can see what people dedicate their time to, or what they care about, at least. And I think that these fitness influencers are a bit of a dangerous thing. And it's the same thing with these male influencers, like Andrew Tate and what's the other male power or whatever it is, like, as you can see, I don't really follow any of this stuff. I don't have any social media or anything. But these male influencers are the same way. I don't think that they go home and they preach what they preach online. I think they do it for a following, or they do it because that's what made them popular. I could be wrong, but I don't think you can be a productive human being in society with having those thoughts, especially about women. I don't know how you could have a functioning relationship with someone like that if you're a woman, because they're horrible thoughts. So yeah, I just wanted to make a little bit on the end of this video just to say, I've been there. I've been there. But they fooled me once, and I won't be fooled again. In terms of, I need to make my own feelings instead of just emulating their feelings, or make my own judgments, or make my own things. And if I'm feeling down and I'm feeling out, I'm going to make a video about it and I'm going to talk about it, because that's this channel. Or that's what I want to do. So, and you'll see all the struggles. all the struggles and all of the doubts and all of the setbacks and all of the gaining weight when you're not supposed to be gaining weight, and all of the and hopefully all the triumphs too. Hopefully I do feel a bit better about myself, or feel a bit happier and a bit at peace with myself, and hopefully all of that comes as well, you know. But you won't get a sanitized version from me. You just won't. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to take a break from weightlifting, and I'll probably do some walking or do some, you know, around the block walking and that kind of stuff. And then I'll be back on Thursday to do deadlifts, and then bench presses on Friday. I'm not going to have a hot shower. Get some heat into my thighs, because they're pretty painful from yesterday. Yeah, we'll go from there. Till tomorrow.